as we see being laden across the finish line on lap 2. But Thunder's now going in the pits, and what can he do in this race? I'm not sure. Oh, he's crashed in the pits. Oh my god, he's crashed in the pits. I think he's crashed in it. I think his wheel's gone, and I think he's crashed. Thunder is crashed in the pits as we're now on pit. We're now with Pixels. Kit Kat. Knee's also in here as well. Thunder's out of the pits unharmed, unscathed. I'm not sure what's happened there. He somehow crashed in the pits. I'm not sure how that happened. But he clearly did something wrong. He turned in really quickly, and that must have just made him go right into the wall. I'm surprised because it looked like his wheel was off. We're with Kit Kat now. Now with the two Aston Martins here. Nia and Maxi, who started on pole, he's now down to 8th. Not sure what happened to him. Alex is the leader at the moment. He's already brought a 2-second gap between him and the... Oh! It's being crashed. Oh my god, I think Bean crashed. Bean has crashed. And that is one of the drivers gone already, and it's not even 3 laps in. As we have the announcement that Bean has crashed, but there will be no safety car as it's all been hashtagged. Rufus is now down to 3rd. Pixels has overtaken him, and Rufus must have got a penalty because he was 2 seconds behind Alex, and now he's 7. So he must have got a corner car penalty. Pixels closing in on Alex in the McLaren there, as Rufus goes into the pits as he changes to softs from mediums. Kit Kat in the Red Bull is getting chased down by the Ferrari and the Ferraris and the Aston Martins, but they're having a huge scrap here, a very huge scrap from P3 to down to P8. They're having a huge battle. They're really close here. So we're seeing Ferrari, Enzo Ferrari in the Ferrari happen there. It genuinely did look like he crashed. Alex across the finish line to start the 5th lap of the race. Everyone is staying together. As you can see, I think that's the Ferrari of Enzo. Yes, it is. Coming around to the final corner. Maxi's holding it, but Enzo is trying to get past, and it's so close. Look, they're side by side. Coming around to the first turn. The Ferrari seems like he's edged around to the in the lead of the Aston Martin, but it doesn't seem like he's going to hold it for much longer. And now we're on Rogords, who joined late. I'm not sure what's happened there, but he is here in McLaren. He's crossed the finish line now. He's 2 laps behind, but I'm not sure what's happened to him. Alex in the McLaren. Yeah, I'm pretty sure with the battle again, and I'm pretty sure the Ferrari held the lead. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He did not. Maxi's still ahead of the 2 Ferraris. The Aston Martin is still edging ahead of the Aston Martin. It's so close. Look how close they are. They are really close. The Ferrari might be ahead for now. They're so close. As we're now looking at the Alpine of Rufus, who was in the pits, lost a bunch of positions. He's going to have to try get those back as Knee overtakes Pixels, and Enzo overtakes his teammate, I'm pretty sure. And that is how it is at the moment. You can see everyone is so close from P6 to P2. They are really close. Even though it doesn't seem like it on the leaderboards, when you see where they are in general, they are really close. And this might be a battle that will last throughout the race, because you can see around 6 cars battling it out here. It's incredible. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6, including one right at the back. You can see Thunder, who crashed in the pits, is 15 seconds behind the position in front of him, and 30 seconds behind the leader of the race. He might get lapped later in the race. As what's happened to Alex? Alex must have got a corner cut, or he must have had a huge mistake, because he is no longer in the lead. Nee is, and Nee is having a day in the sun right now. 1 second already, the gap is. So Alex must have had a huge mistake, because that's not how you lose 1 second. You don't lose it that quickly. You must have had a huge mistake and took too long to recover from it. Maybe spun out and took too long to turn right. He's losing really slowly. Oh, but KitKat must have had a huge mistake. He must have had a huge mistake because he's lost 3 seconds. So he must have got a corner cut penalty. Not sure what happened there. I was looking away. He might have crashed. I didn't see. I don't know. But he must have had a huge mistake. Oh, and Rufus spun. Rufus has spun, and he's lost even more time. Let alone being in a P8, he's lost even more time. He's lost even more time. Of course he's in P8, and it's going to take him a long time to recover. But now we're looking at Nee. He has built a huge gap since he took the race lead. Obviously, he did get a bit of a head start with that 1 second gap. But he's built such a big gap. Honestly, it's incredible that he's built that much of a gap. 5 seconds. Make that nearly 6 seconds now. Enzo, KitKat, and Maxi. Made a pretty big mistake. Obviously not that big of a mistake, but a relatively big one, as Maxi's in P3. In leaderboard says he's not. He's not in P3, he's in P2. He's overtaken the Red Bull of KitKat, and it's currently an Aston Martin 1-2. I just realised it's an Aston Martin 1-2. The Red Bull is in P3, the Ferraris are in P4 and 5 respectively, and Rufus, Alex and Pixels and Thunder make the last few spots at the back. But that is incredible. Currently is an Aston Martin. Nee is now lapping the first driver, who is Thunder. Thunder is lapping, was being lapped by Nee. The first driver to get lapped is Thunder, and there it is, your first driver to be lapped. Thunder has been lapped by your race leader, and that is it. As we're being reminded once again, Pixel and Alex have yet to change their compound, and Pit to change their compound, so that will take quite a bit for them to do. It will lose them a bunch of time, but they are pretty much last place. Nee has now built a 9-second gap. You can see KitKat is also lapping the Haas of Thunder, and has done that. Maxi's gone in the pits and has changed his tyres to softs again. That is incredible. He's pitted. I don't think he needed to pit. He didn't need to pit because he already changed his compound, but he just wanted to do it again. But he's now lost a bunch of time, and I think Enzo's now overtaking points. He's still getting points, even if he still races, he's getting points. So I wouldn't do that if I were you. Realistically, if something goes wrong and someone else crashes, you could gain another position. So you shouldn't really, do that. As 8 laps are left of this race. Nee's got a 6.5 second gap between himself and P2, as Maxi, KitKat, Legend, Rufus, Alex, Pixels and Thunder are well behind. Realistically, I should be saying Alex, Pixels and Thunder are the ones behind, including Rufus, because P5 is closer to P4, but P4 is closer. P4 to P2 are having a scrap. I want to watch this. KitKat is slowing. Why is KitKat going so slow? KitKat is not in the battle anymore because he's really slow. Maxi and Ferrari, Enzo Ferrari, are having a battle here. Try to get that second place. Enzo is defending the second place. Maxi's trying to get that second place because he wants to get a Aston Martin 1-2. He slowed down quite a bit. He's going to have DRS on the Ferrari. The Ferrari also has DRS on someone else, but I'm not sure what's happened. But they've both got DRS. And here we have them battling it out. The Ferrari's still ahead, but he's trying so hard to get past him in second place. Kit Kat's witnessing this. He's eating his popcorn in his car. Whatever flavour it is, I don't know, but it's really something he should be enjoying. But he shouldn't really be enjoying it, actually. I don't know why I said that. He shouldn't be enjoying it. He should be getting on with it and getting on to catching back up. Because you shouldn't be just going slow. You're in P4. You have a chance of getting in the podium. You have 4 seconds to gain in 6 laps now as Lee crosses the finish line. Enzo and Maxi are still having a scrap. Not sure what's happening there. But we're seeing Pixels trying to get past Alex in the McLaren. And he does so. At least on the screen, the leaderboard doesn't update unless he's well ahead. His Thunder has a big spin. He spun a bit there. But he's back to racing. Nee has now built a 7-second gap. I don't know why I keep saying is. It has. I'm so stupid sometimes. Nee has now built a 7-second gap now. Maxi actually manages to overtake Enzo in the Ferrari, and that makes it Aston Martin 1-2. But on my screen, it seems as Ferrari is overtaking him, and Aston Martin of Maxi is going to have some working to do. 6 laps left. It might be a final lap battle to get that second place, but either way, they're going to be on the podium. Maxi in the Aston Martin could get a 1-2 for his team and get a second place for him in the Drivers' Championship. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. Alex is trying to defend his 7th place on Pixels because they've had a scrap pretty much all race now. Maxi still holds that place there as now he's got DRS. Both of them have got DRS. It's now just a matter of time of who can get the faster lap times, because if you do, you just get them away. You get them further away. Obviously, DRS will not help you, but you can use your ERS, and if you do use your ERS, Alex and Pixel yet to have changed their compounds yet. And there's 5 laps to go, and they have to pit. They're all on softs. They're both on softs, and they're going to have to pit shortly. If they don't pit, they're going to have to pit now, because if they pit now, it's too late. And I'm sorry to say, but it is too late. And as I've just said that, they're both in the pits. And that's what happens when you wait too long. If you would have pitted earlier, they might have actually had a chance of getting in the places further up in the grid. Nee must have made another mistake because he's lost 2 seconds on the drivers behind. Maxi in P2 trying to take everyone away from him, trying to take Enzo away from him. Maxi's built a gap, but he's not got DRS. Oh, he has got DRS. Oh no. Oh, never mind. Those are the lapped cars. Nee's just lapped Alex and Pixels. It's only a matter of time before he laps Rufus. And now, 4 laps to go, Nee looks like he will win this race. He has a 5-second gap. Now, 3 laps to go after he crosses the finish line, including 28. It's currently an Aston Martin 1-2 as Alex is trying to get past Maxi, but obviously they are lapped, so they can't really do that. Not sure what's happened here. Oh wait, no, is Enzo caught up again? Is Enzo caught up again? Is that Enzo? It is Enzo. Oh, Maxi must have made a huge mistake, and Enzo is now ahead with 3 laps to go. Enzo is ahead. 2 laps if you don't count this lap. 3 laps if you do, and that is incredible. Maxi must have made a huge mistake. I was wondering why he slowed down that much, but that is incredible. Enzo is caught up to Maxi, and now Enzo's in P2 with Maxi in P3. This is not what you want to see if you're an Aston Martin supporter or a Maxi supporter. Enzo has overtaken him with 2 laps to go. I'm going to say because this lap is nearly finished. 2 laps to go. This is incredible. He's about to go across the finish line, I'm pretty sure. Yep, now he's going to cross the finish line. 27th lap. 2 laps to go. If you don't include this one, it's 1 lap to go. And this is incredible. Enzo has overtaken him, and it's so close between them now. It's pretty much... Oh, Maxi's overtaken him! Kit Kat's overtaken Enzo, and Enzo must have made a mistake because Kit Kat, the driver behind him, is now well ahead of him. Maxi might have just secured it, and I've said that before, literally 10 seconds before Enzo overtook him. I've said Aston Martin, it's an Aston Martin 1-2, it's confirmed, it was a 4-second gap, but Maxi must have made the same mistake, and this is not what you want to see if you're a Kit Kat or Enzo supporter, or Ferrari or Ferrari or Red Bull supporter. There we go, because they are now. No, if you don't want to see that if you're a Ferrari supporter, you want to see that if you're a Red Bull supporter, because you've just overtaken Enzo. Kit Kat is now in the podium at the moment with literally 1 lap to go. This has been quite the race. Maxi in P2, it's a 1-second gap between him and Kit Kat, but that could go down anytime that can go down. One little mistake and that's over for Maxi. It's now the final lap. Knee's overtaken. Knee's gone the final lap, and now Maxi! I've just said Maxi might have made a huge mistake, and if he does that, it'll be over. And look what's just happened. Maxi's made a mistake and he's down on 4th. Kit Kat's getting a 2nd place if this doesn't change. And Maxi must have made a huge mistake because he's now 2 seconds behind. Make that 3 seconds behind Kit Kat. And that is incredible. In the final lap, Maxi could have secured an Aston Martin 1-2. It is not enough. Knee is about to cross the finish line. He goes round this hairpin. The final corners of the track, across the final corner, across the finish line. That Knee is your race winner. That is your race over. And Knee has won it with a 14-second gap on 2nd place. Kit Kat manages to get to that 2nd place after Maxi must have made a huge mistake. He secures 2nd place for the Red Bull, and that's your podium finished with a Ferrari in 3rd, Maxi with the Aston Martin in 4th, and that is an incredible race. We have Knee in P1, Kit Kat P2, Enzo P3, Maxi P4, Legend P5, and it will take a bunch of time for them to finish.